I spent 17 years as a small business owner, a majority shareholder in a property management firm. I can remember what what the stresses are like and what the hours are like and what the challenges are like. And I think I learned how to make payroll and run an organization efficiently enough to make a profit and balance a budget. Yeah, that's something that Congress could learn. But I'd like all of you to talk about outside of the 1099 issue, because I think we've had a lot of great testimony on that, and there's no question that that's incredibly egregious. But I think from having been in Congress now, going on my third year, as a former small business owner, let me tell you, I don't see a lot of, should I say, knowledge about small business, having come out of the Congress, certainly in the last 2 years. And I wonder if you could talk about, just at any level of government, what has been your challenges outside of the 1099 in terms of whether it's state, local, or federal, or the federal government. What would you need? What do you need relief from in order to produce jobs? And why don't we start with you, Mr. Kevitt, and we'll work our way over.
Well, of course, the first thing is health care, which we've talked about. I'm talking the entire bill. That's the biggest burden on us. The other thing is energy. Our energy costs are just skyrocketing, and it affects all of us. It affects all my suppliers. Anything that's coming in, of course, is just gasoline, for example. But then the theory of cap and trade scares us to death. We're already hit hard with energy costs. But the fuel gas issue, energy issue would be a concern for us.
Great. Thanks. Mr. Eagleton?
Well, I would say a couple. One is we need access to capital to grow. And right now, lenders still aren't lending. And that would be number one. Number two would be we're just seeing huge increases in all of our costs of doing business, from oil and gas to commodity prices, to feed prices, to raw material goods prices, and we can't pass these along. And any regulation that makes that more complex and makes that more expensive hurts us. So those would be my comments.
Mr. Shipley?
As Mr. Kivett said, health insurance is obviously a big issue. I feel overwhelmingly taxed all the time. From a small business owner, I feel like every time I turn around, I'm getting hit with a new tax or a new fee. I was at a tri-state board meeting last night for local jewelers in our area, and they want to raise the fee on our license for precious metals, from 75 to 300. It's these things that all the time we get hit with. Wow. that add up, and that's the tough part as a small business owner.
Okay, Mr. Kegley?
One of the biggest problems our members are having across the country is finding the credit they need to not only keep their businesses running, but to expand those as well. The banks have really valued our assets at just a few cents on the dollar, and therefore collateral that was adequate 3 or 4 years ago is not adequate for the loans that we have now. And then beyond that, it's the regulatory burden that we see in construction now from EPA and OSHA, and all of us builders are outdoorsmen. We're all environmentalists, and we all want to, and most all want to protect the environment. But the regulations that we're seeing are just about running a lot of people out of business and making it much more difficult to continue our business.
Could you all answer one quick question really quick, because I'm running out of time, and that is simply whether or not you plan on adding employees in 2011, starting with you, Mr. Kivett.
I'm adding no employees.
Okay.
I will cut employees.
Mr. Eagleton?
I have to.
All right, sir. Mr. Eagleton?
I have a building of 5,000 square feet, and 3,800 square feet of it is my restaurant. I have 1,200 feet next door that I'm paying for to be empty. I would love to start another small business in that space that I already pay rent on. If I could find the capital to operate another business and hire more employees, I would do it tomorrow.
All right. Mr. Shipley?
No, sir.
We sent layoff notices to 3 more employees on Monday.
Wow. I want to thank you all so much I know how tough it is being out there, and the fact that you've all taken time to come here and testify, not only on behalf of your businesses, but on behalf of small businesses across America. I really want to thank you.